Chapter 2. Which one are you? To thine own self be true. William Shakespeare, or be yourself, everyone else is taken. Oscar Wilde. When I lived on Pinecrest Drive in Chadron, Nebraska, my best friend was a guy named Doug Ross. We were together an awful lot. Whether it was shooting BB guns on Cassidy Hill, a sandstone outcropping behind my house, or at his house playing with his Johnny West action figures, we always had a great time. Doug always wanted to be a cowboy, but I always wanted to play football. My family moved away from Chadron when I was going into the third grade in 1970. 11 years later, I moved back to Chadron after receiving a football scholarship offer at Chadron State College. My second night back in town, I was at Herman's, a bar in the middle of the town. I was talking with some other guys that were on the football team when I was tapped on the shoulder. I turned to see this scrappy little guy with a big mustache wearing a cowboy hat. "What's up?" I asked. "You don't recognize me?" I shrugged and said, "I can't say as I do." Remember, this is long before cell phones and Instagram. When you moved away, it was easy to lose contact with people you might have known when you were 7 or 8 years old. The wiry cowboy smiled broadly and said, "It's me, Doug Ross." He grew up to be the cowboy he always wanted to be, and I had grown up to play football. Funny how life works out sometimes. We spent the rest of the night talking and laughing. Sometime later, I walked into the 120 bar and saw Doug sitting at the bar talking to an older gentleman. This guy was an OG cowboy, from the hat that sat on the bar to his well-worn cowboy boots, the faded Wranglers, the round circle in the back pocket that denoted the location of his can of Copenhagen, the denim shirt, and the kerchief around his neck. His face was like an old leather glove. Every crease was a story that he had earned. His hands were the hands of a grinder, one that has given every ounce of himself to his passion, living the life of a cowboy. Doug introduced me, and we sat and talked for what seemed like forever. I sat on one side of the old cowboy, and Doug was on the other. I noticed it was getting late, so I looked into the clear blue eyes of my new friend and said, "I've got time for one more. Give me your best story." He smiled at me and took a drink of his beer, slid